Alright, welcome to another lab session. This is one of my favorite plays in the entire game. So we in Y trips offset. I usually only get in here to run this play, but there's a couple other plays you can mix in there. But this RPO Bubble Y pop, I used to overlook this play. I was like, this play is useless. But once I figured out how to run it, man, this play is so money. So let's check it out. So let's go against, a lot of times I run a lot of bubble screens, a lot of RPO, so people like to come out in maybe a cover two high flat. So anytime I see that, okay, I'm going to this play. So I got my tight end on this nice little stem of the seam. It's an RPO now. With this RPO, you got a little more time this year than you used to throw the ball. You won't get that penalty. So you kind of hike the ball, wait for reading that linebacker, and bam, go in the middle of the field. He's got to respect the room, and you got an easy, wide open tight end. Now, if he decides to drift that, you got to read him though. If he decides to drift back with that tight end, then you're going to hand it off, and it's going to be a huge hole. So again, he stays at home, bam, you get the tight end. So one of the easiest cover two beaters. I mean, if they're going to have to get their use in the middle of the field, then you can set up all kinds of plays. And if he's there, you also got this route over here. So he can't be at two places at one time. Now, the only thing you got to be careful about, if they put that middle linebacker on a deep third, then this guy's going to treat that like cover three, and he'll sit down and do a little squat route. So you don't want that. But you're watching this. If he doesn't drift, it's still a nice hole. But if he drifts back, man, this is as easy as it gets as far as things. Again, easily one of my favorite plays. A lot of times I'll high pass that just to make sure that linebacker doesn't get it. So try not to. And also, if you feel like, man, you want to be a little safer, you can hot route this middle route to make his stem a little bit deeper. So he's in the middle of the field. Nobody close to him. So any type of zones, the best I've seen this defended is if they're in match coverage. But still, if they're in match coverage, it's still, you got a wide open running lane. You can just run the ball. But you say, oh, what if they're in man coverage? Oh, let's see if they're in man. So let's go cover one whole man. So this should be one of the worstest coverages for this play, right? Well, the best coverages for this play to stop it, right? Because you got this middle linebacker sitting in the middle. You also got a safety in the middle, right? So if he creeps up, hand off the ball. Easy. Now, sometimes the good thing about having a mobile quarterback, if the read gets a little bit muddy, then you can hold it for as long as you want. Then you just take off if you don't see it, right? So again, huge gaping hole, easy gains. They're going to want to cheat to stop the run. I would probably run it a few times before you hit him with that tight end. So that time the linebacker came down, I could have caught him. Now this is a little bit of a tighter squeeze in man coverage. So I wouldn't even try that sometimes. Also, you got one other option is you got this bubble screen, right? So if you know that it's man coverage, flip this out here, get some easy yards, right? Well, if I was to more of the wide side of the field, I probably could have got a few more yards. But again, just immediately throw. This is only if you know that it's man coverage. I would not throw that out there. So again, just one of those plays that we not see. Play drop back. Oh, didn't make the right read. Now a good linebacker, you got to be careful about, right? That's a really good middle linebacker. That's why I picked this to go against the team. Sometimes you just want to be safe and run the ball. Sometimes a user will pick that linebacker, and if he starts committing to the run, they're not going to be fast enough to get back there. Right? See, I waited a little bit longer. I can kind of squeeze that in there. Now, if you know you're working against a good user, then you probably want to kind of hold off on just attacking that guy. All right, let's see what that looks like against cover three. See man coverage. Man coverage also probably one of the better coverages for this, but still like this. This play is money. Again, wait a little bit. Tight end, wide open. Just giving them something else to think about. They have to respect it. Again, also, I wouldn't even throw this unless you know that it's cover two. So again, I would just stick to the tight end on this one. But again, if he drifts back like he just did, that hole just opens up. So if they're in any kind of zone, like this run play is just nasty, right? Like I'm not even a runner, but I consistently have 100 yards rushing. You see that linebacker drift to the, if he drifts to any side, you can definitely throw that. Make sure you high pass it, got to get it over his head. Man, you got easy yards either way. Now, I've never really tried this bubble. I don't really throw this very often. I know it's man coverage, but it also is pretty good against cover three. He's got that drifting safety. I mean that drifting cornerback. He's going to a deep third, so you got plenty of room. Again, lots of options. You know that guy can't get to that. Actually, was trying to throw it to the bubble there. Didn't mean to throw it to the tight end. But again, this cover three again, easy play, over the top. One of my favorite plays. The key to this play is really being patient. You don't have to throw this as soon as you snap it. You can wait till the read goes all the way to the end. Then throw it. I've yet to be called for a penalty on this play. Just a nasty play. Man. This play is definitely one of my favorite plays. There's so many options. And just gives the user so many things to think about. This spread offense is just, it's filled with plays like this that just make you just, I don't know. I don't know how I would even stop it if I was playing against it. So, again, if they stay in man coverage, I got other bubble screens that'll just, like, really kill it. Now I'll show you this match coverage, so cover 6. It does probably a better job than most. He drifts with that tight end, but still, got an easy hole up the middle. All just easy yardage every time. He drifts, you're watching this linebacker, if he decides to drift back, then hey, I'm gonna get it off. Now, that time I had a little window, I probably could have squeezed it in there, but it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to throw a pick, so if you're unsure, just hand it off. If he drifted that time, should have handed off. So again, sometimes the good linebackers, they don't make the read clear, and if you don't have a clear read, I would just run the ball. Unless you see them go to a definite side, pick a side. Sometimes they'll pick a side, they'll drift to the right or to the left, then I would throw it. If he doesn't do that, run the ball. And if they somehow magically figure out how to, they crash down inside, well, you can draw this little bubble screen out here. Hopefully you can turn and get a little yak out of that. Sometimes I just say, hey, I'm going to keep it with the ball and take my chances. Alright, man, hope y'all like this play. Again, this play is just now. Oh, let me add one more thing. One thing you can add to this play is this screen, right? Let's show this. So, but when you do that play, you'll want to kind of keep the same motion that I'm about to show you, just to keep everything looking like the same play. So, I got him on that. Then I'll go to this RPO wide receiver screen. Well, let's come out. So if they're coming out and press man, they're like, okay, we're going to take away that tight end. Shift this guy. So it puts him into this little curl. So this read defender has to check either the running back or the quarterback. So he cannot hold this route. There's no way he's ever going to hold this route. And just throw it right behind him. Easy, easy peasy. So again, the user has to come over to defend this route. So if you run this play, they can't hold the tight end or this guy, right? And then with this one, you still got the option of the handoff if you're just not sure. But this is going to be open every single time, no matter what coverage they're in, unless the user decides to cover that. So just another thing to give me. So you got the tight end coming up the same on the other play, and then you got this guy. And then also it's a good running play because this read guy is so far out. There's no way he can get to this running back. Like he'll never get that. There's also a really good running play. So you got a lot of great options on this play. Didn't mean to send in motion. That's something I just made up. I would not try this one in a game, but again, just a lot of different options you can add to this play. So one thing I probably wouldn't do, since the read man is so far, I probably would never try to take off with Lamar. So I'm either handing it off or I'm throwing this kick off. So that's two plays that just, you could probably run these two plays up and down the field. There's so many different things. And let's try this by sending this guy in motion. This is on the fly. Just doing lab work, man. I live in the lab. So let's look at this. So now we got the read man that switched to the cornerback, which is interesting. So let's see how we can read this. This guy comes over, so I can take off again. Now, not a ton of yards, so probably not the best way to run this play, unless we can get this cornerback to come down and then flip it out. Other than that, we probably want to avoid this play. We probably just want to hand it off. See, we got the safety going to the screen. Yeah, I would probably just hand that off. So again, we just shift this guy. I made that quick little shift by just shifting them to the right. So I select triangle and tip them to the right. Do the fake. Throw it. Give them a little hesitation. Bam. Easy peasy. So that's two good plays. This spread playbook, man, I could probably do an ebook on this probably for the rest of the year. Honestly, there's so many plays that I haven't even ran all the plays in the spread playbook. That's just a little taste, guys. Again, like and subscribe. We'll be dropping more and more videos. Let me know what you want to do next. I'm sticking to the spread playbook until I have completely mastered it. Then if you want to see some other stuff, we can go there.